would I buy this car if I were to go back knowing what I know now? Yo, what's good? It's your boy Chevy. We are back with another video. What we got popping today, you can already see we are in the car. And what I really want to talk about is after owning my 440i Gran Coupe for over a year, was it worth it? Let's jump into it. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And I'm gonna walk you guys through also some of the mods I put onto this car in the last year and how I've transformed it. Let's talk about if it was worth it. If you're new here, my name is Chevy and this is the Top Chevy channel. And what we do on this channel is we modify cars. So in the car we're in today, this is a 440i Gran Coupe. We also have a C6 Corvette that you will see modified on this channel. You will also see my wife has a RAV4 that we modify on this channel as well. And then on top of that, I have a Chevy Silverado with a leveling kit on there. And you may see some modifications happen to that this year as well. I hope you guys are enjoying this content. Let's jump into the review. The car we're riding in right now is a 2017 BMW 440i Gran Coupe, right? It has 105,000 miles on it now. Your boy has been riding just a little bit, and this has been a beautiful, beautiful car for the last year that I've owned it. Now, if you haven't figured out why I picked a 440i Gran Coupe, the reason I picked a Gran Coupe over a 340i is the fact that the 340i's and the 440i's, they have a little bit of different design cues to them, right? So in the 340i's, they have more of a stubby front end, right? The 440i is a little bit more elongated, has more of that M4 look to it compared to how the 340i looks compared to M3. Now, this car is about an inch wider on the 440i's, right? It has a great aspect of that coupe look to it, right? So you get that nice sleek body lines running down the side of this Gran Coupe. However, it also has rear doors on it. Now the rear doors is very essential for me and my family because I have 2 kids. I need to make sure I get them in the car. If I want to ride around in a 2-seater, that's when we pull out the Corvette. But for right now with this car, this thing has been perfect for the last year because the kids hop in and out of it. It has heated rear seats, heated steering wheel inside of this thing. This thing is fully loaded, heated front seats, everything. Everything, heads up display right here in front of me so I can see my speed without having to look down at my odometer. I swear, once you have a heads up display in your car, it will ruin you. You will never want to look down at that speedometer. You just want to look right there on your windshield and see how fast you're going. One other thing that I really like about this BMW, and most other BMWs have this feature, is the fact that you can set a speed limit warning so it'll chime to you if you're going over a certain speed limit. I will show you right now. Did you hear that? Boing! That's letting me know I am now getting into dangerous territory. You don't want to get pulled over going at these speeds right now. I love these features, and this is why I wanted to jump to a BMW. Now, I've never had a BMW before, and when I wanted to get a BMW, I wanted to make sure I got something, one, that was quick, something that was very reliable, and something that was easily maintainable, right? That really put the M3 out of the picture for me and my family because, one, I live in upstate New York where we get a lot of snow, and I needed something that was all-wheel drive. Now, the new G80 M3s, they all-wheel drive, but they cost quite a bit more than this 440 do, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, your boy not balling like that. You know, maybe if I sold all my other cars, we could cop one, but I like having a variety of vehicles. Next up, right there, you can see just how easy this thing can maneuver around turns. Now, I have it in comfort mode right now. Normally when I drive my car, I'm driving in Sport or Sport Plus. I love the difference in functionality of how I can change the suspension depending on how I want to drive. Now, this one does have adaptive suspension in it, right? If I were to switch this thing to Sport, it stiffens up my suspension, stiffens up the throttle response just quite a bit. And so if I were to hit the gas, a little bit more reactive, right? If I go to Sport Plus, even more so. It's gonna go Sport Plus, traction control off. But now my steering, very stiff. My suspension definitely stiffened up and I can feel it immediately. And then the throttle response here, instant. Now, I haven't told you guys what modifications I am running on the 440i right now. I currently am running typical downpipe and tune. So this 440i right now is sitting at stage 2. And that allows it to pick up speed, really quickly. I love this thing in stage 2 form right now. Stock, it was okay. It was okay. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It wasn't all that. It wasn't all that in the bag of chips. But stage 2, did you hear that little bit of burble and pop there? Oh, stage 2, it's phenomenal, especially if you put it over into the Sport for the transmission here. Let me show you guys. if I downshift, and it's a secret, if you don't know in the BMWs, if you hold your downshift paddle, if you hold it down, it'll go down into the lowest available gear for you. So let me give me some space here, and I'll show you guys what we're talking about. You ready? Set. Bro, instant power. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Honestly, I don't drive with this over in the sport too much because that throttle response is so jumpy, it's ready to go at all times. If you want to get into some spirited driving, I know some of you younger guys out there, y'all like doing all that swimming and stuff, be safe. Be safe out there. But I love the fact that this car right here gives you that versatility. The versatility. So now we've already talked about the B58 engine, the performance level of this thing. I've done draggy runs with this. I have not done a stage 2 draggy run. I need to do a stage 2 draggy run and throw SHP onto this thing. I need to see what the transmission shifts like with the SHP activating this thing. I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal. I've heard nothing but good things. If you have experience with SHP in your B58, let me know. Put it in the comment section down below, and I would like to hear how good it is for you and if you definitely recommend it. All right, we're about to get into some twists and turns. This is a perfect time for you to make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below, because it helps the channel out. So let's jump into it. Let's see what the suspension is handling like. I'm putting it into Sport Plus now. Gonna come on a turn. Oh man, it's like nothing. It handled it like nothing. It's crazy. And this is stock suspension, just the adjustable version, like the adaptable. Oh man. Like you can weave in and out. It's not like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the Mk6 GTI, you will throw it into a corner. You will throw it into a corner. This is pretty close. However, you do feel a little bit more weight to this car when you throw it into a turn, especially with the stock suspension. The seats hold you in really well. This is all adjustable on the seats, the lumbar. One thing that I really like about this car, and I never talk about it in the videos, is the comfort factor of this vehicle. And when you take this middle part down here, you can actually adjust your thigh support and pull it out. Bro, you sit in this car with the thigh support and then sit in the car without thigh support, it's a world of a difference. You're like, man, hold on, my legs feel unsupported down here. You be wanting more. You be wanting more. That's why I like this car a lot. Right here is where I was talking about. That's the thigh support. This is like normal seats. This is like normal seats right here. But when you sit down, you want extra support under those thighs. That feels so much better when you're riding around from a comfort perspective. But from a comfort perspective, this car is very comfortable to drive, especially long distance. It does have run flats because there is no spare tire in this car. So that does make it a little bit stiffer and more road noise when you hear it with the run flat tires. But I'm used to that, right? Because the Corvette also has run flat tires. No spare tire in that either. You want ultra performance, you may have to switch out those run flats for something else, but now you're risking it. You better have some AAA for yourself. Daily driving. Now this is my daily driver vehicle. I'm driving this more than I drive my other vehicles, more than I drive my truck, more than I drive the Corvette. This thing is amazing for daily driving. If you need something to get you from point A to point B, there's no better car than this one right now that I can see as a result of power, comfort, reliability, modifiable, right? This car is very modifiable. And on top of that, you can ride around anywhere. You can throw your shawty in the car. You guys can go out on date night. You pulling up in the BMW. It's a nice look. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect for all type of events, things that you got going on. I love this car for that. All right, now long trips versus city driving. City driving, I take this car a lot when I go downtown. That's where I work at. Driving through the downtown, no problem with this car. You put it in comfort mode, potholes, bumps, anything like that you run into is gonna be easy. That suspension adjusts to that and it makes it a nice, easy ride for you. Now, long drives, you ride around in comfort mode as well. You wanna scoot out on a long trip, this thing does perfectly. It soaks up the miles, no problem whatsoever. So now I'm just talking about mods that I changed up, that changed up the feel of this car tremendously. Let me show you guys under the hood. So under here, it's kind of hard to see in the video, but if you saw my video of the install, we have gone stage 2 because we got the downpipe, right? We are running catless downpipe on the whip. This thing has changed it tremendously. Power levels along with the tune from MHD has made this car a rocket ship. And now I'm not going to make it seem like this thing is 700 horsepower. There's some crazy builds out there, but it's a rocket ship for just daily driving. And that's exactly what I wanted to do with this car. Now, we do have to take it up a level, right? We done rocked at this level for a little bit. It's time to go up another level. So you guys gonna see high pressure fuel pump coming soon. Also, I don't know what I wanna do for lowering yet, whether lowering springs or coilovers. You guys gotta let me know which one is better, which one we should do, because I'm leaning towards coilovers, but it does have that adaptable suspension, which means I wanna keep that, right? I wanna be able to switch the modes. And if I do that, you gotta buy the coilovers about $3 grand for that model, $3 grand. Now, just from the outside, what modifications have I done? We have put on the front lip here, which I think definitely made the front end look a million times better. We've also done the caps here for the M style. Also, if you guys can see, the turn signals also are the sequential style, which looks a million times better. I like to do little touches of carbon fiber. So we have the carbon fiber shark fin up top. We have the rear spoiler, which, oh my gosh, looks so phenomenal. Let me show you from this angle. That rear spoiler looks clean, especially when it's tied out with the rear diffuser here running at the bottom. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Now, from an interior perspective, not as many modifications. I did throw in the carbon fiber Alcantara boot here, but let's just take a moment to admire just the interior color of this, right? It's almost like that nutmeg color. I like to call it peanut butter. Phenomenal. Take a look. That looks so good. And in the back, I can definitely say after a year, I am still in love with the exterior design of this car right here, especially the Gran Coupe like. Like, look at this angle right here. I got two angles that are my favorite on this car, and I'm gonna show you right now. One is this angle. It looks very coupe-ish. However, you can see those rear doors rocking there. There's something about this angle right here, and I think it's because of this super deep groove. This super deep groove that runs here. For some reason, that looks phenomenal to me when you're coming from the side. Like, look at that, bro. Sedan is rocking the deep grooves like that on the body that look good, that run and flow through the whole body. The front end has a very M4-ish look. Take a look at that. You gotta get one of these. If you get one, it has to be that M Sport bumper, son. The M Sport bumper makes this car look phenomenal. If you get the old man spec, it doesn't look as good, but you can only swap them out really easily. Also on the front, I did the double kidney grills here, also with the orange reflective V-bar covers. That's stuff. From an interior quality perspective, this thing is really nice. Let me show you guys. BMW does it right. I feel like the Germans all do it. I will say, I think Mercedes does it quite a bit better, especially from an ambient light perspective. And that's one of the cons of this car. It has like very little ambient lighting on the inside. You see the Mercedes and things like that, the AMGs, it looks good on the inside of those. But, you know, to each their own. There's different kind of people who buy Mercedes versus BMWs. If you know, you know. But we hop on the inside of this thing. All of the buttons, nice clicky. Nice good feedback on everything, right? Everything down here to the quality down below. All of this feels really good. Everything feels amazing on the inside of these. Now, it does have the tech, right? It's got the wireless Apple CarPlay, which I love. The fact that I don't have to plug anything in, so we can just rock out, have music, hop in the car, and ride along. But let me show you guys the biggest feature of why you get the Gran Coupe version of this. You do sacrifice about 300 pounds of weight. I will say that, versus a regular 440i. But from a practicality standpoint, this is why this is king. You walk over to the car, you kick the foot underneath, back up. Bro, hatchback, son. Hatchback. You know how much space is in here, bro? Look at how big this thing is. And their freaking umbrella, bro. Golf club sets, everything can go right into the trunk of this thing. So much space. Just swallows it up, bro. Look at the inside of that. So much room, son. So much room. I could probably sit down inside of there, legs crossed, you know what I'm saying? Crisscross applesauce and all that, chilling in the back of the trunk of this. You gotta get one of these. You get one, you will not go back, especially with the rear seats. Let me show you guys the space back here. Now, as I show you guys the space, you notice that the windows here are frameless. This is from the coupe design, right? The Corvette, frameless. 340s got a frame on the outside of them. So the window, when it closes and opens, slides up and out. This creates a very quiet interior because that frame, sometimes it gets a little gap there with the seal, and then you get all that wind buffeting and the noise coming inside. Now I am in the back seat of this car. Would I want to be back here for a very long time? You can see that coupe look, right? But back here, I still got a little bit of headspace. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. But this is me, grown adult. The kids fit back here perfectly. But you can see we got room in the back seat. Kids ride around in here, heated seats. They out here chilling, son, chilling. Then on the back, they got the adjustment back here to go from the cold to the hot. Kids back here like they in a Tahoe or something. It's crazy. It's crazy, but they love this car, son. They love riding around in it. Plus, it's a quick car, so they love that too. All right, let's talk about any kind of maintenance or things I had to do on the vehicle in the past year. Really, the main thing I've had to do, oil change in the car. That's done. I actually almost due for another oil change, so I got to do that pretty soon here. I've also changed out the brakes on this car. The old brakes were getting bad. They were really warped after I had rolled around with those Lamborghinis in that one video. If you ain't checked that video out, it was when I went to the Buffalo Cars and Coffee. You guys got to watch that video. It was a fun time. Changed out the brakes. Now we are running EBC rotors and yellow stuff pads. These things, these things grip, bro. These things will literally smack your face into a steering wheel if you slam on those brakes. But they do make, one, a lot of noise when they stop. I will say that they squeak quite a bit, but it sounds like a sport kind of squeak, not like a you need to change your brakes kind of squeak, but they work really, really well. I've always wanted to run yellow stuffs, and now that I run yellow stuffs, I like them, but they do leave behind some brake dust as well. So if you look on the wheel, you can see, holy smokes, bro. That's crazy. Quite a bit of brake dust. If you get some wheels, ceramic coat them joints, so that way they're good to rock out. But these are just stock wheels, I ain't worried about it. Now the reputation is that the B58 is a very reliable engine. So, knock on wood, you know what I mean? We don't have any issues, but I have not had any issues with this car. Like I said, it has 105,000 miles on it. No issues whatsoever. Oil change, good to go. I will be changing out spark plugs soon because that's just normal routine maintenance. But with the BMWs, I said this before, the German vehicles, you really got to stay up on top of the maintenance. Otherwise, it really starts to bite you. Now, I am stage 2, like I mentioned, right? And I don't baby this car 100%. I am averaging right now 22 miles per gallon. 22 miles per gallon. That's pretty good. That is pretty good compared to like my cammed out vet when I'm normally cruising around and I daily drive this car. So I'm talking city driving everything. That's a really good number to have. Let's jump into the end here. Let me just show you these brakes real quick. You ready? I'm going about 30. Yo, I ain't never do that before. Oh my God, I done dropped a whole bunch of stuff. Bro, these brakes are no joke. EBC yellow stuffs, you wanna stop, these are gonna allow you to stop. But, bro, I done dropped a whole bunch of stuff. That's crazy. So like I said, real world driving, 22 miles per gallon, you couldn't really ask for much more, right? We're not driving Priuses out here, no hybrid engine. I like to turn off, the start stop is turned off. When you turn it off, it stays off. So I don't have to turn it off every time I hop into my car. I love that feature. I love that BMW did that. We got some twisted turns up here. Let's see what it's looking like. Let's see. Oh my gosh, bro. Remember, my Mk6 GTI, I did a whole bunch of modifications on that car so it can handle the twists and turns a lot better. This car, I have not done any of those kind of modifications, just brakes, so you can slow down, get your turn in, and get out of there. But man, this thing handles almost a little better than on par with the Mk6 GTI. It's crazy because you know it's heavier. You know it's heavier. Like, bro, this is, it doesn't even feel real. Now, I did drive my cousin's M3, right? I will say that that car handles much better in the turns, but you don't feel as confident. I will say that, right? It's rear wheel drive. You gotta be paying attention. You hit that gas too early, you're gonna get squirrely. Like, look at this. Oh my God, this is on run flat tires. Run flat tires, bro. Phenomenal. All right, so now we get to the final. Would I recommend a 440 Gran Coupe if you were looking for a car? As you can tell from the whole theme of this video, yes, bro. Yes. If you can get one, you can afford one, you can find one that's nicely spec'd out, right? It has everything that you want. I definitely recommend, if you're in a colder climate, heated steering wheel, bro. Get the heated steering wheel. I recommend a Gran Coupe, practicality. But if you don't need that practicality, get you a coupe, son. Get you a coupe, but them doors is heavy. Opening the coupe door, they much heavier than these doors. Just to touch on it, things I like: speed, handling, reliability, right? Comfort. it hit everything that I needed out of this car. Things I don't like about this car. One, you will always be wondering, dang, what would it be like if I had an M3, right? But if you drive in snow like I do and I take this car through with a set of winter wheels on it, you ain't that worried about getting an M3, son. You ain't trying to drive your rear wheel drive M3 through the winter. It's just not what you're trying to do. The next thing I don't like is ambient lighting. I feel like this car should have came with quite a bit more ambient lighting in it. It's a 2017. I know Mercedes in 2017 was doing quite a bit with the ambient lighting. I feel like BMW could have did just a bit more, just a bit more. Having that speed is nice to be able to get out into traffic and not feel like you bogging people behind you down. It is amazing. It's a good feeling to have. Oh, if you've not had a car with over, 400 horsepower, you're gonna like it, especially you go stage 2 in this thing. I know this will answer a question for someone out there. Would I buy this car if I were to go back knowing what I know now? Would I still buy this car? 80% yes. 80% yes, right? And the reason I say 80% yes is because this thing solves just about everything that you would want in a vehicle. Like everything. Like what more do you need in the car, right? However, that 20% is like, dang, if I had an M, son. If you had an M, you know how nice M's are. You know the modifiability of those, right? You know what those things can do and how they can handle. That's the 20%. But I don't let 20% make up for the 80%. You know what I'm saying? Get you the car, son. This car I would recommend 100%. If I were to go back, yes, I would get this car all day, every day. Had no idea I was gonna pick up a Corvette, let alone my pop's old Corvette. So I am 100% content with the whip that I ride around in now. If you got that itch and you like, yo, should I get the M3, M4, right? F80, F82? I say test drive them both. If you can make the payments, do what you feel like is best for yourself. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below. I really got deep into this car for this video for you guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And make sure you go back and check out all the modifications I did on this vehicle because there's a lot more coming to the 440, bro. I am hyped up. I'm hyped up. Let's go. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Okay. What's up? I've been on a paper chase for months.